Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Namo Vishnu विशेष वाली पास कर इसका विशेष विशेष श्रेय बदल दादा श्रीवासवी Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. नमो विष्णुपदाय विष्णुपृष्ठपदे विष्णुपदाय नमो विष्णुपदाय विष्णुपृष्ठपदे श्री
starting the call. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji Sanmataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glory to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much for joining today. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Just a second, just a second. Mangalacharanya is anyway. I'll load out on it. Yeah. Yesterday we have done with Bhagavatam, correct? No? I have, I think, last month. అంతే కదా భాగవతం సెకండ్ క్యాంటో 6th చాప్టర్ done. అరే కృష్ణ సారీ ఇది అప్పుడప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తుందంటే కంప్యూటర్ నన్ను అప్ చేస్తుంది. వెరీ సారీ. ఎనీవే you are able to hear me, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Umagyanatibrandasya Jnananjana Chakshuranditavena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishna Nidhupade Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nidhupade. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharya Nirvishesha Shimya Paschat Deshatari. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasa Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare. Mukhaṁ karoti vācālaṁ pangam landayate girim yat krupātamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramanandamādhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Om apavitra pavitro va sarvavasanga prapiva yasmare pundarikaksham samyabhyantaram suchi. Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu. Today we are going to read again Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Please repeat after me. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Please.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Thank you very much. And Lalit Mohan Prabhu ఒకసారి చేయండి అందరూ.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.
మొత్తం చేయండి.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna.
Let him.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Raju Prabhu, again for the seva of PDFs, guides, guides. First, let me share what exactly contains in this chapter. Cancer. Okay. Now, okay. We are gonna read Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, 8th chapter. 7th chapter, how many of you remember? What is the 7th chapter of CC Madhya?
Kurmakshetra.
South India.
Yeah, South India, Kurmakshetra.
Okay. So 8th chapter we are here in CC Madhya. Talks between Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda. This is in Rajamandri, in that area, South India, Andhra Pradesh. So we'll read the first. How many verses there in this? You see? Oh, this is another big chapter. 309 verses there. Okay, we'll read until 56. This section only. 1 to 56. Samyukta, can you read this until this section?
Yes, Prabhuji. 1 to 58 chapter talks between Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Raya. 1 to 56, Lord Chaitanya meets Ramananda Raya on the banks of Godavari. 3 to 8 words, Lord Chaitanya visited Jiyada Nrsimha Simhachala. 9 to 31 words, Lord Chaitanya arrived at Godavari and Ramananda Raya came there for bath. Both met and manifested ecstatic symptoms but restrained themselves, seeing the outsiders who wondered. 32 to 56 words, Ramananda Raya acknowledged Sarvabhauma and offered prayers to Lord Chaitanya, and they both meet in the evening for discussing Krishna Katha.
Yes, Mother. Thank you. We'll start reading.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. Yes. Veda, please. Bless you, Prabhu. Right. Vanimata, please read the summary.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavad Pranam. Yeah. Chapter 8 talks between Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Raya. The summary of the 8th chapter is given in Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakura in his Amrita Pravaha Bhashya. After visiting the temple of Jiyada Narsimha, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to the banks of the river Godavari to a place known as Vidyanagara. When Srila Ramananda Raya went there to take his bath, they met. After introducing himself, Ramananda Raya requested Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to remain in the village for some days. Honoring his request, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed there in the home of some Vedic Brahmanas. In the evening, Srila Ramananda Raya used to come to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ramananda Raya, who was clothed in ordinary dress, offered the Lord respectful obeisances. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu questioned him on the object and process of worship and also asked him to recite verses from the Vedic literature. Should I continue, Prabhuji?
We'll give it to the Thank you.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Sandhya Mataji in hearing mode. Ravanya also hearing mode. Deepa Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavad pranam.
Dandavad pranam.
First of all, Srila Ramananda Raya enunciated the system of the Varnashrama institution. He recited various verses about Karmarpana, stating that everything should be dedicated to the Lord. He then spoke of detached action, knowledge mixed with devotional service, and finally the spontaneous loving service of the Lord. After hearing Srila Ramananda Raya recite some verses, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted the principle of pure devotional service, devoid of all kinds of speculation. After this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Ramananda Raya to explain the higher platform of devotional service. Then, Srila Ramananda Raya explained unalloyed devotional service, love of Godhead, and serving the Lord in the moods of pure servitude, fraternity, and parental love. Finally, he spoke of serving the Lord in conjugal love. He then spoke of how conjugal love can be developed in various ways. This conjugal love attains its highest perfection in Srimati Radharani's love for Krishna. He next described the position of Srimati Radharani and the transcendental mellows of love of God. Srila Ramananda Rai then recited a verse of his own concerning the platform of ecstatic vision, technically called Prema Vilasa Vivarta. Srila Ramananda Rai also explained that all stages of conjugal love can be attained through the mercy of the residents of Vrindavan, especially by the mercy of the gopis. All these subject matters were thus vividly described. Gradually, Ramananda Rai could understand the position of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exhibited his real form, Ramananda Rai fell unconscious. After some days, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Ramananda Rai to retire from government service and come to Jagannath Puri. These descriptions of the meetings between Ramananda Rai and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are taken from the notebook of Swarup Damodar Goswami. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. We'll start next one. Then now slokas. Now any mata is left. Okay. Now Prabhuji. Suman Prabhu, Hare Krishna. This sloka. Hare Krishna, Suman Prabhu. Okay.
Prabhuji?
Yeah. You want to read?
Yes,
Are you-
Prabhuji.
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji. So let me recite this. I'm on a regular tune. Sancharya Ramabhida Bhakta Megha Sancharya Ramabhida Bhakta Meghe Swabhakti Siddhanta Chayamrutani Swabhakti Siddhanta Chayamrutani Gaurabhir Gaurabdir Gaurabdir Etair Amuna Vitirnais Gaurabhir Etair Amuna Vitirnais Tajñatva Ratnalayatam Prayati Tajñatva Ratnalayatam Prayati. Read, Prabhu. Suman Prabhu.
Translation. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is known as Gauranga, is the ocean of all conclusive knowledge in devotional service. He empowered Sri Ramananda Raya, who may be likened to a cloud of devotional service. This cloud was filled with the water of all the conclusive purports of devotional service and was empowered by the ocean to spread this water over the sea of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. Thus, the ocean of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became filled with the jewels of the knowledge of pure devotional service.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Lucky jump, Prabhu. Regular page. Raju Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Translation: all glories to Sri Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All glories to Lord Nityananda. All glories to Sri Advaita Acharya. And all glories to all the devotees of the Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Next, so 7.
Yeah. Purvadite Prabhu Age Gamana Karila Jiyada Hare Krishna. Jiyada Nishimma Kshetre Kata Dine Gela. A translation: according to his previous program, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went forward on his tour and after some days arrived at the place of pilgrim known as Jiyada Narasimha. Purport: the Jiyada Narasimha temple is situated on the top of a hill about 5 miles away from Visakhapatnam. There is a railway station on the South Indian Railway Station as known as Simhachala. The temple known as Simhachala is the best temple in the vicinity of Visakhapatnam. This temple is very affluent and is a typical example of the architecture of the area. On one stone tablet, it is mentioned that formerly a queen covered the deity with gold plate. This is mentioned in the Visakhapatnam Gazetteer. About the temple, there are residential quarters for the priest and devotees. Indeed, at the present moment, there are many residential quarters to accommodate visiting devotees. The original deity is situated within the depth of the temple, but there is another deity, a duplicate known as the Vijayamurti. The smaller deity can be moved from the temple and taken on public processions. Priests who generally belong to the Ramanuja Sampradaya are in charge of the deity worship. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you, Prabhuji. Akinchan Prabhu, what's up on Prabhu?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, please read 8.4. Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Akinchan Prabhu, we are not able to hear you.
Himavase Kaila Bahun Nritya Gita Shruti. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I can't tell Prabhu. Yeah. Upon seeing the deity of Lord Narasimha in the temple, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu offered his respectable obeisances by falling flat. Then, in ecstatic love, he performed various dances, chanted and offered prayers. Shri Narasimha, Jai Narasimha, Jai Jai Narasimha, Prahladesha, Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma, Bringa. All glories to Narasimhadev, all glories to Narasimhadev, who is the Lord of Prahlad, Maharaj, and like honeybee is always engaged in beholding the lotus-like face of goddess of fortune. Purport: the goddess of fortune is always embraced by Lord Narasimhadev. This is mentioned in commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam, written by the great commentator Sridhar Swami. The following verse was composed by the Sridhar Swami in the commentary of the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Vagisha yasya vadane lakshmir yasya cha vakshasi yasyaste hridaya samvrit tam narsimham bhaje. Lord Narasimhadev is always assisted by Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and he is always embracing the goddess of fortune to his zest. And the Lord is always complete in knowledge within himself. Let us offer obeisances unto Narasimhadev. Similarly, in the commentary on the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Sridhar Swami describes Lord Nrsimhadev in this way. Pralada Hridaya Hadladam Bhakti Vidya Vidhadaranam Sharad Induruchim Vande Parindravadanam Harim. Let me offer my obeisances unto the Lord Nrsimhadev, who is always enlightening Prahlad Maharaj within his heart and who is always kills the nescience that attacks the devotees. His mercy is distributed like moonshine and his face is like that of the lion. Let me offer my obeisances unto him again and again. Hare Krishna. Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Sapam Prabhu, next Surendra Prabhu.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Ugro Payanugra Evayam Swabhaktanam Kesari Va Swabhotanam Anyesham Ugra Vikrama.
This is a normal sloka. It's okay, Prabhu, but we didn't do it. Normal sloka alagane cheyachu.
Translation: although very ferocious, the lioness is very kind to her cubs. Similarly, although very ferocious to the non-devotees like Hiranyakashipu, Lord Nrsimhadeva is very, very soft and kind to devotees like Prahlad Maharaja. This verse was composed by Sridhar Swami in his commentary on the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam 7.9.1.
Read Prabhu this one also.
Hey Mata Nana Sloka Padi Stuti Kaila Narsimha Sevaka Mala Prasadani Dila. In this way, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recited different verses from the Shastra. The priest of Lord Nrsimhadeva then bought garlands and the remnants of Lord's food and offered them to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
This one also read Prabhu.
Purvavat kona vipre kailani mantrana sehi ratri tahan rahi kari lagamana. As usual, a Brahmana offered Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu an invitation. The Lord passed the night in the temple and then commenced his tour again. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. Surendra Prabhu.
Prabhuji, just a minute, just a sec. I just wanted to interfere in this. So, what is Mahaprabhu reciting in front of our Simhachala Narsimurti?
Yeah, no, same
The verses quoted by Sridhar Swami. Okay, please remember this Sridhar Swami. Yeah, many a times it appears that he would be a very Advaitic, like from Advaita community. But actually, the devotees know that he is a pure Dvaita, because the commentaries which he gave indirectly describes the Dvaita philosophy. Okay. So this personality of Sridhar Swami is very unique in our, this thing. Before Ramanujacharya and all those people, he appeared, and as the environment was not right for Dvaita to be practiced, what he did, he has written a commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam, which actually emphasizes the Dvaita. But externally, he would be like Advaita. Okay? Please remember this person. Because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu quoted the verses of Sridhar Swami, it has become authenticated from then on in our Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya that he is genuine Dvaita. Thank you so much.
Yes, Prabhuji. Surendra Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhate Utiya Prabhu Chalila Premavase Dikvidikna Hignana Ratri Divase. Translation: the next morning, in the great ecstasy of love, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started on his tour with no knowledge of the proper directions, and he continued the whole day and night.
Yeah. Chanting.
Purvavat was Vavat Vaishnavakari Sarvalokagane Godavari Tire Prabhu Aila Katadhine. As previously, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu converted to Vaishnavism. Many people he met on the road. After some days, the Lord reached the banks of the river Godavari.
8.11.
Godavari dekhiha ila Yamuna smarana tire vana dekhi smriti haila vrindavana. When he saw the river Godavari, the Lord remembered the river Yamuna. And when he saw the forest on the banks of the river, he remembered Sri Vrindavana Dhama.
Thank you very much for it.
Hare Krishna.
I'm just checking words there. Okay. Jayan Prabhu, Lalit Mohan Prabhu.
Okay, Prabhu.
One second.
सेयीवने कटक्षण करी नृत्य गाना गोदावरी parahana taha kaila snana. After performing his usual chanting and dancing for some time in this forest, the Lord crossed the river and took his bath on the other bank. घाटा छाड़ी काटा दूरे जल सन्निधाने वशी प्रभु करे कृष्णा नामा संकीर्ताने. After bathing in the river, the Lord walked a little distance from the bathing place and engaged in the chanting of holy name of Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Brilliant.
Hena kale dolaya chadi Ramananda Raya snana kari bare aila bhajana bhajaya. At that time, accompanied by sounds of music, Ramananda Raya came there on a palanquin to take his bath.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. CC Madhya 8.15. Tanre sange bahuaila vaidika brahmana vidhi mate kaila tenho snanadi tarpana. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Many Brahmanas following the Vedic principles accompanied Ramananda Raya. According to the Vedic rituals, Ramananda Raya took his bath and offered oblations to his forefathers. Text 8.16. Prabhu tan re deki janila e Rama Raya tan hare milite Prabhu Ramana utti dhaya. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could understand that the person who had come to bathe in the river was Ramananda Raya. The Lord wanted so much to meet him that his mind immediately began running after him. Yeah. 8.17. This is 8.17. Tatapi dhairya dhari Prabhu rahila vashiya Ramananda aila apurva sannyasi dekhiya. Although Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was running after him mentally, he patiently remained sitting. Ramananda Raya, seeing the wonderful sannyasi, then came to see him. Again, Mata is Bripa Mata.
Yes, Prabhu. Surya Shata Samakanti Aruna Vasana Subalita Prakanda Deha Kamala Lochana. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Ramananda Raya then saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to be as brilliant as 100 suns. The Lord was covered by a saffron garment. He was large in body and very strongly built, and his eyes were like lotus petals. देखिया तन्हरा मने हैला चमत्कारा आसिया करीला दंडवत नमस्कारा. Translation. When Ramananda Rai saw the wonderful sannyasi, he was struck with wonder. He went to him and immediately offered his respectful obeisances, falling down flat like a rod.
Yes, yeah. 8.20.
उठी प्रभु कहे उठा कहा कृष्ण कृष्ण तारे आलिंगिते प्रभुरा हृदय सतृष्णा Satrishna. Translation. The Lord stood up and asked Ramananda Rai to arise and chant the holy names of Krishna. Indeed, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very eager to embrace him. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Samyukta Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. तथापि पूछिला तुमी राया रामानंदा तेन्हो काहे सेई हना दासा शूद्र मंदा. Translation. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then inquired whether he was Ramananda Raya, and he replied, "Yes, I am your very low servant and I belong to Shudra community." ताबे तारे कैला प्रभु दृढ़ालिंगना प्रेमावेशे प्रभु भृत्या दोहे अचेतना. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then embraced Sri Ramananda Raya very firmly. Indeed, both the master and the servant almost lost consciousness due to ecstatic love.
Then Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. स्वाभाविक प्रेम दोन्हरा उदय करीला दुन्हा आलिंगिया दुन्हे भूमि ते पदीला. Translation. Their natural love for each other was awakened in them both, and they embraced and fell to the ground. Purport. Srila Ramananda Raya was an incarnation of the Gopi Vishaka. Since Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was Lord Krishna himself, there was naturally an awakening of love between Vishaka and Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a combination of Srimati Radharani and Krishna, and the Gopi Vishaka is a principal Gopi assisting Srimati Radharani. Thus, the natural love between Ramananda Raya and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu awakened and they embraced. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Pani Mataji.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. CC Madhya Leela 8.24. Stambha seva asaru kampa pulaka vaivarnyo dunara mukhe suni gada gada Krishna varna. Translation.
Telugu word is very beautiful prayer, Mataji. Gadgada anta kada, Gadgada swaram. These symptoms, external symptoms. You can read.
Yeah. నేను ఇంకొకసారి చదువుతాను ప్రభుజీ పడితే. స్తంభ స్వేద అశ్రు కంప పూలక వైవర్ణ్య దూనహర ముఖే సుని గద్గద కృష్ణ వర్ణ. Translation. When they embraced each other, aesthetic symptoms, paralysis, perspiration, tears, shivering, paleness, and standing up of the bodily hairs appeared. The word Krishna came from their mouths flatteringly. देखिया ब्राह्मण गणेरा हैला चमत्कारा वैदिक ब्राह्मण सबे करे न विचारा. Translation. When the stereotyped ritualistic brahmanas who were following the Vedic principles saw this ecstatic manifestation of love, they were struck with wonder. All these brahmanas began to reflect as follows. एता सन्यासीरा देखा तेजा देखी ब्रह्मा सामा शूद्रे आलिंगिया केने करीना क्रंदना. Translation. The Brahmanas thought, we can see that this sannyasi has a lustre like the effulgence of Brahman. But how it is? Sorry, Prabhuji. The Brahmana thought, we can see that this sannyasi has a lustre like the effulgence of Brahman. But how is it he is crying upon embracing a Shudra, a member of the fourth caste in the social order?
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Prabhuji. Suman Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Ei Maharaja Mahapandita Gambira Sanyasira Sparse Matahila Astira. Translation. They thought this Ramananda Raya is the governor of Madras, a highly learned and grave person, a Mahapandita, but upon touching this sannyasi, he has become restless like a madman.
One more.
Ei mata vipragana bahave mane mana vichatiya loka dekhi prabhu khaila samvarana. Translation. While the Brahmanas were thinking in this way about the activities of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Raya, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw those outsiders and restrained his transcendental emotions. Purport.
Purport.
Ramananda Raya was intimately related to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, he can be accepted as a Sajatiya, a person within the intimate circle of the Lord. The Brahmanas, however, were followers of the Vedic rituals and were not able to have an intimate connection with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Consequently, they are called Vijatiya Loka. In other words, they were not pure devotees. One may be a highly learned Brahmana, but if he is not a pure devotee, he is a Vijatiya, a outcast, one outside devotional service. In other words, a non-devotee. Although Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Raya were embracing in ecstasy, the Lord restrained his transcendental emotions upon seeing the outsider Brahmanas.
Okay, thank you very much, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Sapan Prabhu, next Suman Prabhu. Sorry, Surendra Prabhu. Sapan Prabhu.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Shustaha dunhe sei sthane te vasila tabe hasi Mahaprabhu kahite lagila. When they regained their sanity, they both sat down. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu smiled and began to speak as follows.
Text 30.
Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya kahile tumare gona tumare milite more karila yatani. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya spoke of your good qualities and he made a great endeavor to convince me to meet you.
Text 31 also.
Tumami libare mora etha agamana bhala haila anya yase pailundarashana. Indeed, I have come here just to meet you. It is very good that even without making an effort, I have gotten your interview here. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. Surendra Prabhu. Then Raj Prabhu. Surendra Prabhu.
Yeah, Prabhu. Rai kahe sarvabhauma kare pratyajnana paroksheha morahite haya savadhana. Translation. Can you scroll down, Prabhuji? Ramananda Rai replied, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya thinks of me as his servant. Even in my absence, he is very careful to do me good. Tanra kripaya painu tomara darshana aji safala haila mora manushya janama. By his mercy, I have received your interview here. Consequently, I consider that today I have become a successful human being. Sarvabhaume tomara kripa tara e chihna asprasya sparsile hana tanra prema dhina. I can see that you have bestowed special mercy upon Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Therefore, you have touched me, although I am untouchable. This is due only on his love for you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Guruji. Raju Prabhu, Akinchan Prabhu. Anyone? Raju Prabhu? Raju Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Busy? Raju Prabhu? Okay, Hakinchan Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Akinchan Prabhu. Okay. Lalitman Prabhu, Chanting.
Yes, Prabhuji. कहा तुम्हें साक्षात ईश्वर नारायण कहा मुनि राजा सेवी विषयी शूद्र धाम. Translation: You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana himself, and I am only a government servant interested in materialistic activities. Indeed, I am the lowest among the men of the fourth caste. Mora sparshe na karile griha na veda bhaya, mora darshan toma veda nishedhaya. Translation: You do not fear the Vedic injunctions stating that you should not associate with a Shudra. You are not contemptuous of my touch. Although in the Vedas, you are forbidden to associate with the Shudras. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Prabhu, should I continue?
Yeah. మీరు ఒక ఎంత పెద్దగా ఉందేమో అయితే చదివేద్దాం ప్రభు. మీరు ఒక 1-2 paragraphs చదవండి.
సరే. Okay. In the Bhagavad Gita 9.32, the Lord says, Mam hi partha vyapashritya yepi syupapayo nayaha striyo vaishya tatha shudra stepi yanti param gatim. O son of Pritha, those who take shelter in me, though they be of lower birth, women, Vaishyas, merchants, as well as Shudras, workers, can attain the supreme destination. The word Papayona means born into a lower caste. According to the Vedic system of classification, women, Vaishyas, and Shudras belong to a lower social order. A low life means a life without Krishna consciousness. High and low positions in society are calculated by considering a person's Krishna consciousness. A Brahmana is considered to be on the highest platform because he knows Brahman, the absolute truth. The second caste, the Kshatriya caste, also know Brahman, but not as well as Brahmanas. The Vaishyas and Shudras do not clearly understand God consciousness. But if they take to Krishna consciousness by the mercy of Krishna and the spiritual master, they do not remain in the lower castes, Papayonaha. It is clearly stated, Te apiyanti param gatim. Should I stop here?
Yeah, let me do this. This paragraph and we'll conclude with this. Yeah. Unless one has anybody, Hare Krishna, Akinchan Prabhu, Raju Prabhu. Anyway, let me complete. Unless one has attained the highest standard of life, one cannot return home back to Godhead. Okay. Return home back to Godhead. One may be a Shudra, Vaishya, or woman, but if one is situated in the service of the Lord in Krishna consciousness, one should not be considered Stri, Sudra, Vaishya, or lower than the Sudra. Though a person may be free, maybe from a low-born family, if he is engaged in the Lord's service, he should never be considered to belong to a low-born family. The Padma Purana forbids Vikshate jati samanyat sayati narakam dhruvam. Beautiful verse, huh? Vikshate jati samanyat sayati narakam dhruvam. A person goes to hell quickly when he considered a devotee of the Lord in terms of birth. Although Sri Ramananda supposedly took birth in a Shudra family, he is not to be considered Shudra, for he was a great advanced devotee. Indeed, he was on the transcendental platform. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore embraced him out of spiritual humility. Sri Ramananda represented himself as a Shudra. Raja Sevi Vishayi Shudra Dhama. Raja Sevi Vishayi Shudra Dhama. Even though one may engage in governmental service or in any other pound, shilling, pence business, pounds, shilling, pence business. Beautiful adjective. Pounds, shilling, pence business. In short, in materialistic life, he need only take to Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is a very simple process. One need only chant the holy names of the Lord and strictly follow the principles forbidding sinful activity. In this way, one can no longer be considered an untouchable, a Vishayi or a Shudra. One who is advanced in spiritual life should not associate with non-devotees, namely men in government service and men engaged in materialistic activity for sense gratification or in the service of others. Such men are considered Vishayi, materialistic. It is said in Sri Chaitanya Chandrodaya Nataka 8.23. Let me try.
It's like this, huh? It's like this.
Acha. Nishkinchanasya bhagavad bhajanonmukasya.
I like this, huh? Like this. Nishkinchanasya bhagavat bhajanonmukasya.
Acha. Nishkinchanasya bhagavad bhajanonmukasya param jigamishor bhavasagarasya sandarshanam vishayinam atayoshitam cha hanta visha bhakshanatopi asadu. 1 minute again, let me do. Niskincanasya bhagavad bhajanonmukasya param jigamishor bhavasagarasya sandarshanam vishayinam atayoshitam cha hanta visha bhakshanatopi asadu. A person who is very seriously engaged in cultivating devotional service with a view to crossing the ocean of nescience and who has completely abandoned all material activities should never see a Sudra, a Vaishya, or a woman. Sri Chaitanya Chandrodaya Nataka 8.23. Let's stop here. Thank you so much for reading today. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhyalila 8th chapter.
ప్రభుజీ ఈ శ్లోక లాస్ట్ లో చదివారు కదా,
Uh-huh.
సింగ్ ఇన్ బ్రహ్మ సంహిత ట్యూన్ ప్రభుజీ.
Matadi?
సింగ్ ఇన్ బ్రహ్మ సంహిత ట్యూన్.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay.
నిష్కించనస్య భగవద్ భజనోన్ముఖస్య అట్లా.
Yes, will do. Nishkinchanasya bhagavad bhajanonmukhasya param jigamishor bhavasagarasya sandarshanam vishayinam atayochitam cha hanta vishabhakshanato asadu. Thank you. Beauty of learning. Tunes. Very nice. Thank you very much again. So ఒక్కసారి మళ్ళీ ఈ ఏమంటారు సుబోధిని గారి ఒక్కసారి చూద్దాము ఏం చదివిన విభాగం అనేది. సో until 36 verses read today. So in this section 1 to 56, Lord Chaitanya meets Ramananda Raya on the banks of the Godavari. So these are the verses. Lord Chaitanya visited Jiyada Narasimha Simhachala 3 to 8 verses. And 9 to 31, Lord Chaitanya arrived at Godavari and Ramananda Raya came there for bath. Both met and manifested ecstatic symptoms, but restrained themselves, seeing the outsiders who wonder, even we are in between. 32 to 56, Ramananda Raya acknowledged Sarvabhauma and offered prayers to Lord Chaitanya, and they both meet in the evening for discussing Krishna Katha. In the next verses, let's see. Okay, thank you very much again. So we'll go to our Bhagavatam prayers. Just prepared only 3 slides for that, so that we can do. So today, Viriya Saramatadi, Vani Matadi, yourself.
ప్రభుజీ
హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ. చేస్తాను ప్రభుజీ.
ఫస్ట్ వాణి మాతాజీ చేయనివ్వండి.
Yes. Over to you, Mataji. I'm just putting in a slide mode. 1 second. Slide show.
Yes, ప్రభుజీ.
Slide show. ఇంకొకటి లాస్ట్ చెప్తాను.
Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Janmadhyasya tathonivyat itiratas chateshvabhinasvarat tene brahma hridayadikavaye muhyanti yat suraya tejo vari mridam yatha vinimayo yatra trisargo mrisha dhamna svena sada nirashtakuhakam satyam param dhimahi dharma projahita kaitavatra paramo nirmatsaranam satam Vedyam vastavam vastu shivadam tapatrayo namolanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamani Krite Kimva Parairishvara Satyo Hridaya Varudayetra Kritidhi Shushushubhistatshanat Nigama Kalpataror Galitam Phalam Sukhamukadamrita Dravya Samyutam Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muhur Aho Rasika Bhuvi Bhavuka Savai Pumsam Paro Dharmo Yato Bhaktir Adhokshaje Ahaituki Apratihata Yayatma Suprasidhati Vadanti tat tat pavidas tattvam yakyanam avyayam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavaniti shapyate atha pumbe dvijashreshta varnashrama vibhagashaha swanstitasya dharmasya samsiddhir haritoshanam. Etesham kala pumsam Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indradi Vyakulam Lokam Vridayanti Yuge Yuge Tadvag Visargo Janata Viplavo Janataga Viplavo Tagvag Visargo Janataga Viplavo Yasmin Pratishlokamabhatyavadyapi Namani anantyasya yato nikitani yat Shrinvanti gayanti grinanti sadhava. I lost my... Okay, Prabhuji, I got the screen. I lost my screen when I touched the phone.
Okay.
Yeah. Yashyam Vaishruna. Akancha gada Prabhuji. Tadbhav Visarga.
Yes, అయిపోయింది.
Yashyam, yeah. Yashyam Vaishruna Mayanam Krishne Purama Parama Purushe Bhaktir Utpadyate Pumsa Sloka Moha Bhayapaha Sutavacha Atma Ramasya Munayo Nirgranta Api Urukrame Puravanti Ahitukim Bhaktim Ittam Bhuta Guno Harihi Tvaimenanya Vishaya Mattir Madhupate Sakrit Ritim Uddhatvat Adha. I'll do once again. Tvaimenanya Vishaya Mattir Madhupate Sakrit Ritim Uddhatvat Adha Gange Buham Udanvati Ritim Udanvati.
ఇది మన
Asuta.
CBA 2. Okay.
Yeah. Uddhama Bhava Pisuna. Suta goes.
ఇది అవసరం లేదు.
చెప్పండి.
ఓకే.
Okay. Sloka try chena Prabhuji. Okay. Uddhama Bhava Pisuna Malaval Guhasa क्रीडावलोकनिहतो मदनोऽपि आसाम् सम्मूह्य चापमजहात् प्रमदोत्तमास्ता यस्येन्द्रियं विमथितुं कुहकैर्न शेतुः भवद्विधा भागवता तीर्थभूता स्वयं विभो तीर्थि कुर्वन्ति तीर्थानि स्वान्तस्तेन गदाबृधा तिरस्कृता विप्रलब्धा शप्ता ఓకే నాకు ప్రపంచంలో ఉన్న కాల్స్ అన్ని ఇప్పుడే వస్తున్నాయి ప్రభుజీ యా తులయామాలవేనాపి నా స్వర్గం న పునర్భవం భగవత్ సంగి సంగస్య భృత్యానాం కిం ఉతాశిషః తిరస్కృత విప్రలబ్ధా శప్తా క్షిప్తా హతాపి నాస్య తత్ ప్రతికుర్వంతి తద్భక్తా ప్రభవోపి పునశ్చ భూయాత్ భగవత్వనంతే ప్రసంగాశ్చ తదాశ్రయేషు మహత్సు యామ్యాముపయామి సృష్టిం మైత్రస్తు సర్వత్ర నమో ద్విజేభ్యః एतावान् सांख्ययोगाभ्यां स्वधर्मा परिनिष्ठया जन्मलाभ परपुंसाम् अन्ते नारायण स्मृतिः अकाम सर्वकामो वा मोक्षकामा उदारधि तीव्रेण भक्तियोगेन यजेता पुरुषं परम् चतुश्लोकी स्टार्ट अहमेवासमेवाग्रे नान्यद्यत् सत् असत् परं पाश्चादहं यद्एतश्च यो वशिष्येत सोऽस्म्यहम् ऋथेतं यत् प्रतीयेत न प्रतीयेत चात्मनि तद्विद्यायातात्मनो माया यथा भाषो यथा तमः यथा महन्ति भूतानि भूतेषु वचेष्वनो प्रविष्टानि अप्रविष्टानि तथा तेषु न तेष्वहम् एतावदेव जिज्ञासं तत्त्वजिज्ञासुनात्मना अन्धया व्यतिरेकाभ्यां यस्य यत् सर्वत्र सर्वदा श्रीसुख उवाच अत्र सर्गो विसर्गश्च स्थानं पोषणमूतयः मनवन्तरेशानुकथा निरुद्धो मुक्तिराश्रयः
పానిమాతది థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. ఇందులో ఏం
మిస్టేక్ చాలా ఉన్నాయి ప్రభుజీ, చాలా చోట్ల చేశాను.
మీ మిస్టేక్స్ కాదు, ఇట్లా కొన్ని మిస్టేక్స్ ఉన్నాయి. క్విక్ గా
ఓకే ఓకే చతుశ్లోకి, బట్ ఐ రెడ్ కరెక్ట్లీ ఓన్లీ ప్రభుజీ, ఈవెన్ ద స్పెల్లింగ్ ఇస్ రాంగ్.
యు ఆర్ ఆల్రెడీ పర్ఫెక్ట్ మాధవి, పర్ఫెక్ట్. ఇంకేం కావాలి?
No, but this revision is a very good idea, Prabhuji. అంటే ఇదివరకు ఆల్రెడీ లెర్న్ చేసుకున్న శ్లోకాస్ గుర్తున్నా అనుకుంటాం, కానీ when you see for the first time, then you fumble. You don't kind of remember the entire words properly. అనిపిస్తుంది Prabhuji. Very good idea. We should do revision.
Chatushloki start Chatushloki. Now fixed, okay? Spelling mistake fixed. So both of you, Deepa Mataji and Vani Mataji, ఏమనుకోకుండా ఒక చిన్న half an hour service. Okay?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Can you do? I'll ask what exactly.
Yes, Prabhuji. Tell me.
Deepa Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji.
ఏం చేస్తున్నారు చెప్పండి.
ఏం చెప్తారో అని ఆలోచిస్తున్నాను ప్రభుజీ.
చూడకుండా చెప్పాలని చెప్పడం ప్రభు.
ఇక్కడ హార్ట్ అటాక్ వచ్చి పడిపోతుంది.
ఏం లేదు మాధవి, యాక్చువల్ గా కొంచెం ఈ స్లైడ్స్ మీకు పంపిస్తా. ఇప్పుడు ఇట్లా రాసుకున్నాం కదా మనము, ఈ శ్లోకం వస్తుంది, అసలు ఏంటిది, ఏ కాంటెక్స్ట్ లో ఈ శ్లోకం వచ్చింది ఉంది కదా, ఇక్కడ రాసినాం కదా. ఈ శ్లోకాలు కూడా మనం రాయాలి మాధవి. ఓకే, సో కొంచెం నేను మీరిద్దరు కొద్దిగా ఎట్లనో కొంచెం
అంటే మీరే డివైడ్ చేసేయండి, ఎవరు ఏది చేస్తారు. Mataji ki probably I think the first canto the stay ఎందుకంటే she's not done kada.
CBA 1 కూడా రాయాలి కదా అమ్మా మాతాజీ వాణి మాతాజీ
అవును రాయలేదు ప్రభుజీ నేను CB1 ఇంకా
Do you
పెండింగ్
want
ఉంది
to do
రాని.
that, Mataji? Do you
Yes,
want to
yes,
do?
yes, I'll do. Yes, I'll do the first one because it was a revision for me too.
వాట్ యూ నీడ్ టు డు మాతాజీ వాణి మాతాజీ చెప్పండి.
అదే ప్రభుజీ కాంటెక్స్ట్ ఏ కాంటెక్స్ట్ లో శ్లోక అయితే రాయబడి ఉందో ఐ హావ్ టు రైట్ ద వన్ లైక్ యూ హావ్ రిటన్ సుత గోస్వామి ఎక్స్ప్లెయినింగ్ ఐ హావ్ టు డూ ఫర్ ద CB1 శ్లోకాస్ రైట్.
సో దట్ మీకు ఏమైతుందంటే ఒక చిన్న కొంచెం టైం స్పెండ్ చేసినట్టు ఉంటది మొత్తం ఆల్ ద 9 చాప్టర్
మెడిటేట్ చేసినట్టు ఉంటుంది ఆ శ్లోక మీద దాని కాంటెక్స్ట్ నేర్చుకోవడానికి.
ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఇదంతా చేస్తారా?
చేస్తాను ప్రభుజీ.
చేసి మీరు ల్యాప్టాప్ లోనే ఒక నోట్ ప్యాడ్ లో రాసుకోండి. దీని తర్వాత ఐ విల్ అప్డేట్ దట్ ఇట్స్ గోయింగ్ టు బి నైస్ ఫర్ us. ఓకే
ఓకే
లాస్ట్ ఇది మొత్తం మొన్న మనం రాసింది
మొన్న చేసిన దాంది కదా
దీనిది.
ఓకే డన్ ప్రభుజీ.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్.
థ్యాంక్ యూ ప్రభుజీ.
యా మీరు చేస్తారా మాతే దీపా మాతే?
yes ప్రభుజీ. ఓం నమో భగవతే వాసుదేవాయ. ఓం నమో భగవతే వాసుదేవాయ. ఓం నమో భగవతే వాసుదేవాయ.
వాయిస్ చిన్న అయింది మాది సారీ కొంచెం వాయిస్ చూస్తున్నాం వాయిస్ చిన్న.
ఇప్పుడు చూడండి ప్రభుజీ నేను యాక్చువల్ గా పక్కన పెట్టుకున్నాను మన స్పీకర్ బ్లూటూత్ స్పీకర్. జన్మాద్యస్య యతోన్వయాదితరతశ్చార్థేష్వభిజ్ఞస్వరాట్ తేనే బ్రహ్మ హృదయాది కవయే ముహ్యంతి యత్సూరయః తేజో వారిమృదాం యథా వినిమయో యత్ర త్రిసర్గో మృషా ధామ్నా స్వేన సదా నిరస్తకుహకం సత్యం పరం ధీమహి ధర్మ ప్రోచిత కైతవత్ర పరమో నిర్మత్సరాణాం సతాం వేద్యం వాస్తవమత్ర వస్తు శివదం తాపత్రయోన్మూలనం శ్రీమద్భాగవతే మహామునికృతే కిం వా పరైరీశ్వరః సద్యో హృద్యవరుధ్యతేత్ర కృతిభిః శుశ్రూషుభిస్తత్క్షణాత్ నిగమకల్పతరోర్గలితం ఫలం శుకముఖాదమృతద్రవ సంయుతం పిబత భాగవతం రసమాలయం ముహురహో రసికా భువి భావుకా స వై పుంసాం పరో ధర్మో యతో భక్తిరధోక్షజే అహైతుకీ అప్రతిహతా యయాత్మా సుప్రసీదతి వదంతి తత్తత్వవిదస్ తత్వం తజ్ఞానమద్వయం బ్రహ్మేతి పరమాత్మేతి భగవానితి శబ్దతే అత పుంభిర్ద్విజశ్రేష్ఠ వర్ణాశ్రమ విభాగసః స్వనుష్ఠితస్య ధర్మస్య సంసిద్ధిర్హరితోషణం ఏతే చాం సకలా పుంసా కృష్ణస్తు భగవాన్ స్వయం ఇంద్రారివ్యాకులం లోకం మృడయంతి యుగే యుగే తద్వాగ్విసర్గో జనతాఘ విప్లవో యస్మిన్ ప్రతిశ్లోకమబద్ధయత్ అబద్ధవత్యపి నామాన్యనంతస్య యశోంకితాని యత్ శృణ్వంతి గాయంతి గృణంతి సాధవః యస్యాం వై శ్రూయమానాయాం కృష్ణే పరమపురుషే భక్తిరుత్పద్యతే పుంసాం శోకమోహభయాపః. సూత ఉవాచ ఆత్మా రామశ్చ మునయో నిర్గ్రంథాభ్యురుక్రమే కుర్వంత్యహేతు కిం భక్తిం ఇత్థం భూత గుణో హరి త్వయి మే అనన్య విషయా మతిర్మధుపతే సకృత్ రతిం ఉద్వహతాత్ అద్ధా గంగే వౌఘం ఉధన్వతి. Sutta Goswami explaining about Supreme Lord renunciation while he entered to Dwarka. उद्दामभावपिशुनामलवल्गुहासा व्रीडावलोकनिहतो मदनोऽपि यासाम् सम्मुह्य चापमजहात् प्रमदोत्तमास्ता यस्येन्द्रियं विमथितुं कुहकैर्न शेकुः. Maharaj Yudhishthir speaking about Vidura. भवद्विधा भागवतास् तीर्थभूता स्वयं विभो तीर्थीकुर्वन्ति तीर्थानि स्वान्तस्थेन गदाभृता. Naimisharanya sages glorifying Sutta Goswami. तुलयामलवेणापि न स्वर्गं न पुनर्भवम् भगवत्सङ्गी सङ्गस्य मर्त्यानां किम् उताशिषः. Sutta Goswami explaining to Naimisharanya sages about glories of Parikshit Maharaj when he is cursed by Shringi Brahman Roy. Tiraskrita vipralabdha shapta kshipta hatapi nasya tat pratikurvanti tad bhakta prabhavopihi. Maharaj Parikshit moved and prayer in the assembly of Shukdev Goswami and Brahmanas. Punascha bhuyad bhagavatyanante rati prasangascha tatashrayeshu mahatsu yamyam upayami srishtim maitryastu sarvatra namo dvijebhyah. एतावान् सांख्य योगाभ्याम स्वधर्मा परिनिष्ठया जन्म जन्मलाभ परः पुंसाम् अन्ते नारायण स्मृतिः अकामः सर्वकामो वा मोक्षकामा उदारधी तीव्रेण भक्ति योगेन यजेत पुरुषं परम् अहमेवासमेवाग्रे नान्यद् यत् सत् असत् परम् पश्चादहं यदेतच्च यो वशिष्येत सोऽस्म्यहम् ऋतेर्थं यत् प्रतीयेत न प्रतीयेत चात्मनि तद्विद्यादात्मनो मायां यथा भासो यथा तमः यथा महान्ति भूतानि भूतेषु चावचेष्वनु प्रविष्टान्यप्रविष्टानि तथा तेषु न तेष्वहम् एतावदेव जिज्ञासं तत्त्वजिज्ञासुनात्मनः अन्वयव्यतिरेकाभ्यां यत् स्यात् सर्वत्र सर्वदा. श्रीशुक उवाच अत्र सर्गो विसर्गश्च स्थानं पोषणमूतयः मन्वन्तरेशानुकथा निरोधो मुक्तिराश्रयः. हरे कृष्ण.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
So 9-10 అవుతుంది. So go ఎవరైనా చేస్తారా? I can spend another 10
I can do, Prabhuji.
మీరు చేసినది ఒక్కసారి మన లలిత్ మోహన్ ప్రభు. హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ.
ప్రభు చెప్పండి ప్రభు.
మీకు ఏమైనా యు వాంట్ టు డు?
నో లెట్స్ చెప్పండి ప్రభు. డూనా
యా, అంటే మీకు కూడా చేయాలని ఉంటుంది అంటే ఈ ప్రేయర్స్ కదా.
అరే ప్రభు అలా ఏం లేదు ప్రభుజీ, వినాలని కూడా ఉంటుంది ప్రభు.
చేయండి. శ్లోకా మాస్టర్ సపన్ ప్రభు.
ఓం నమో భగవతే వాసుదేవాయ. ఓం నమో భగవతే వాసుదేవాయ. ఓం నమో భగవతే వాసుదేవాయ. జన్మాద్యస్య యతోన్వయాదితరతశ్చార్తేషభిఘ్నస్వరాట్ तेने ब्रह्म हृदयादि कवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरया. तेजो वारिमृतां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा दाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरष्टकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि. धर्म प्रोजित कैतवोत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सतां वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनम्. श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैरीश्वरा सद्यो हृदयावृद्धतेऽत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तत्क्षणात्. निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं सुखमुखादमृतद्रव्य संयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिक भुवि भावुका सबे पुंसां परो धर्मो यतो भक्तिरधोक्षजे अहैतुकी अप्रतिहता ययात्मा सुप्रसीदति वदन्ति तत्तत्त्वविदस्तत्त्वं यज्ञानमद्वयं ब्रह्मेति परमात्मेति भगवानिति शब्दते अतः पुंबेर्द्विज श्रेष्ठा वर्णाश्रम विभागशः स्वानुस्थितस्य धर्मस्य संसिद्धिर्हरितोषणम् एते चांशकला पुंसा कृष्णस्तु भगवान् स्वयं इन्द्रारिव्याकुलं लोकं मृदयन्ति युगे युगे तद्वाग्विसग्रो जनतागविप्लवो यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकमबद्धवत्यपि नामान्यनन्त्य यशोऽन्कितानि यत् शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधवा यस्यां वै श्रूयमानायां कृष्णे परमपौरुषे भक्तिरुत्पद्यते पुंसा शोकमोहभयापहा सूत उवाच आत्मा रामश्च मुनयो निर्घ्रन्तापि उरुक्रमे कुर्वन्ति अहैतुकीं भक्तिम् इत्थं भूतगुणो हरिः त्वयिमेनन्यविषया मतिर्मधुपते सकृत् रतिम् उद्वहता दद्दा गङ्गे भोगम् उदन्वति उद्धाम भावपिशुना मलबल्गुहासा व्रीडावलोकनिहतो मदनोऽपि यासां सम्मूय चापमजहात् प्रमदोत्तमास्ता यस्येन्द्रियं विमहितुं कुहकैर्नशेको भवद्विदा भगवतस्तीर्थभूता स्वयं विभो तीर्थीकुर्वन्ति तीर्थानि स्वन्तस्तेन गदावृता तुल्यामलवेनापि न स्वर्गं न पुर्भवं भगवत्सङ्गिसङ्गस्य मर्त्यानां किम् उताशिषः तिरस्कृता विप्रलब्धा सप्तक्षिप्ता हतापि नास्य तत्प्रतिकुर्वन्ति तद्भक्ता प्रभवोऽपि पुनश्च भूयाद् भगवत्यनन्ते रतिप्रसङ्गाश्च तदाश्रयेषु महत्सु यां याम् उपयामि श्रेष्ठीं मैत्र्यास्तु सर्वत्र नमो द्विजेभ्यः एतावान् साङ्ख्ययोगाभ्यां स्वधर्मा परिनिष्ठया जन्मलाभः परा पुंसाम् अन्ते नारायणस्मृतिः अकाम सर्वकामो वा मोक्षकामा उदारधि तीव्रेण भक्तियोगेन यजेत पुरुषं परम् अहमेवासमेवाग्रे नान्यत् सदसत्परं पश्चादहं यतेतच्च यो वशिष्येत सोऽस्म्यहम् ऋतेर्थं यत् प्रतीयेता न प्रतीयेत चात्मनि तद्वदेयादात्मनो मायां यथा भाषो यथा तमः यथा महान्ति भूतानि भूतेषु चावचेष्वनो प्रविष्टान्यप्रविष्टानि तथा तेषु न तेष्वहम् एतावादेव जिज्ञास्यं तत्त्वजिज्ञासुनात्मनः अन्वयव्यतिरेकाभ्यां यत् स्यात् सर्वत्र सर्वदा श्रीसुख उवाच अत्र सर्गो विसर्गश्च स्थानं पोषणमूर्तय मन्वन्तरेषानुकथा निरोधो मुक्तिराश्रयः हरे कृष्ण
Thank you.
Mohan Prabhu, any mistakes you can correct? I think Lalit Mohan Prabhu went back.
No.
Perfect.
Good.
Yes, Prabhuji, we'll stop here. Tomorrow onwards again. Madhuri, Samyukta Mata, మీకు ఎప్పుడు ఎగ్జామ్ ఉన్నది భక్తి శాస్త్రి ఫస్ట్ NOI and
16th Prabhuji. 16th Prabhuji, next week Saturday.
Okay, next week Saturday. So you wanted to practice here?
Prabhuji?
మీరు ఇక్కడ ప్రాక్టీస్ మీకు ఆల్రెడీ వచ్చేసినాయి అమ్మది యూ గాట్ ద శ్లోకా అండ్ ట్రాన్స్లేషన్స్
Only Sloka's translations చదవలేదు Prabhuji.
ఓకే సో నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ ఉందా 16th రోజు ఉందా
అవును Prabhuji, Saturday.
ఓకే సో నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ మీరు అందరూ అది చేయండి నెక్స్ట్ వీక్
Yes, Prabhuji.
భక్తి శాస్త్ర శ్లోకాలు చేయండి
Okay, Prabhuji.
ఆ రోజు రామరెడ్డి ప్రభు చెప్పాను మీ సపరేట్ దాశరథ ప్రభు గ్రూప్ మెయింటైన్ చేస్తుంది కదా
అవును Prabhuji.
భక్తి శాస్త్ర సెకండ్ బ్యాచ్ మీరు అందరు ఉన్నారు అందులో సో ఒక మెసేజ్
అవునా Prabhuji.
నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ నుంచి ఈ కాల్లో గిరిరాజ్ ప్రభుది కాల్లో శ్లోకాలు రిసీవ్ చేయిస్తాము భక్తి శాస్త్రి. సో వీఆర్ ఆల్ జాయినింగ్ అని చెప్పి మీరు 4 పెట్టండి. దెన్ ఎనీబడి ఇంట్రెస్టెడ్ దే విల్ కమ్ హియర్ అండ్ దెన్ ప్రాక్టీస్ హియర్. ఓకే 8:45 అని చెప్పండి టైం. ఓకే దే వాంట్ కమ్ ఎవ్రీ మార్నింగ్ నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ మొత్తం. ఫ్రమ్ మండే ఆన్వర్డ్స్, నాట్ దిస్ వీక్. ఈ వారం అంతా కొంచెం బిజీ. జన్మాష్టమి ఫెస్టివల్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదా, ప్రభుపద, అపేరెన్స్ డే. నెక్స్ట్ మండే నుంచి ఈ వారం మేము భక్తి వైభవ ఈ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేద్దామని చూస్తున్నాము ఈ వీక్ అంతా. సో అది మీ ఆ ప్రభుకి పెట్టండి మెసేజ్, ప్రభు చెప్పండి మీరు భక్తి శాస్త్రి గ్రూప్ లో నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ ప్లీజ్ జాయిన్ at 8:45. వీఆర్ ఆల్ ప్రాక్టీసింగ్ భక్తి శాస్త్రి NOI ఈ శ్లోకనిష 60 శ్లోకాస్. ఓకే థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్. ప్రభుజీ ధన్యవాదాలు. వాంఛాకల్పతరుభ్యశ్చ కృపా సింధుభ్యైవ చ పతితానాం పావనేభ్యో వైష్ణవేభ్యో నమో నమః. అనంతకోటి వైష్ణవ की जय. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. श्रील गुरुदेव की जय. निताय गौर हरि प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. चैतन्य चरितामृतम की जय. भागवतम प्रेयर्स की जय. Thank you very much. See you all tomorrow morning.
హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ, ఆ పీపీటీ షేర్ చేయరా ఇప్పుడు షేర్ చేసింది?
ఇస్తా ప్రభు, అది పెడతా గ్రూప్.
అకింజన్ ప్రభు వెల్కమ్ బ్యాక్.
ప్రభుజీ సారీ ప్రభు. హరే కృష్ణ.
లేదు ప్రభుజీ చాలాసార్లు పిలిచింది ప్రభు, సో నాకు కొంచెం అనిపించింది వెల్కమ్ బ్యాక్ చెప్పాలి.
సారీ ప్రభు, చాలా ఫోన్స్ వస్తున్నాయి ప్రభుజీ.
యా అండర్స్టాండ్.
చాలా ఫోన్స్ వస్తున్నాయి ప్రభుజీ.
కామెడీ మన
అదేంటో ప్రభుజీ, యాక్చువల్లీ మార్నింగ్ 8 to 9 వచ్చేస్తే ఫోన్లు అన్ని మనకి ఇకనే కదా మా అందరికి కూడా.
అందరికి మార్నింగ్ అందరినీ మార్నింగే పట్టుకోవాలి, లేదంటే ఆఫీస్కి వెళ్తారు బిజీగా ఉంటారు అని చెప్పి కాల్ చేస్తారు. ఎనీవే థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్.
ఫుల్ వర్షము, ఇంకా
వర్షం, అవును వర్షం పడుతుందంట కదా అయ్యా. ఇక్కడైతే ఎండలు మండిపోతున్నాయి ప్రభు. 110, 112, 115 టెక్సాస్.